I genuinely feel sorry for any prison officer now. It's not often you hear sympathy for the screws from inmates. But this was a comment from one of the many prison inmates who have repeatedly surprised me in recent weeks with their honest acknowledgement of their own criminal history and their sympathy for the desperate situation facing prison officers on the front line. I asked for their views on Twitter after desperate emails from worried prison officers and their families looking for an outlet to speak. They cannot win. The ratios are against them. In my prison there were 30 of us to 1 of them. And we knew it, said one former prisoner from a privately run prison. Whichever way the government spins the figures, the overall number of prison staff employed across the public sector prison estate in England and Wales has fallen from 45,000 in 2010 to just under 31,000 in September 2016. Key frontline roles are down by more than 6,000 officers. Meanwhile, the number of prisoners has rocketed in England and Wales from 45,000 prisoners in 1991 to 85,000 2 decades later, an increase of nearly 90%. Politicians have been competing to see who can be toughest on crime. And these numbers are the result. Old hands have been made redundant and replaced by new, inexperienced ones with cheaper tea. I think it will take another strange ways, says one softly spoken prisoner, referring to the 1990 prison riots, the biggest in modern times, in which 147 prison officers were injured, and the repair bill topped £50 million. This man has spent time in one of the toughest prisons and in a privately run counterpart like Forest Bank. He fears the implementation of a smoking ban by the end of the summer may be the thing that tips prisons over the edge. I listened to him tell me the crimes that led him to 3 sentences, 2 years inside, 2 different prisons, and one message: something has to change. And yet the silence about the situation is deafening. Inmates say incidents inside prisons are downplayed, and information about deaths on the wing are printed for prisoners so as to be more easily contained. Even serious violence at the Oilsbury on Friday, 21 July 2017 was underreported, as if people just didn't want to hear or listen to the reality of life working on the wing. This, from a serving prison officer whose name was withheld. A mass brawl broke out yesterday morning, calling on all officers available lots of times. We didn't have the staff. Prisoners were attacking each other with weapons. Staff were trying to save their lives and got battered. Some were seriously injured. Another officer was on the landing unconscious. We had ambulances and fire service in trying to help alongside our healthcare department. "11 officers had to go to hospital and others are injured. To be fair, our number 1 governor is good, and she's trying hard, but she's battling against a broken system." We have so many new officers that work hard, but they are so young, and they just aren't getting the support from their seniors. Older members of staff are burnt out. I'm dreading going to work, having to try and help the people that have hurt my friends. What worries me now is some